Thank you so much, Josh. Appreciate you so much. And good morning to all of you. I'm so thankful that we can be together virtually to kick off 2021. And I see so many familiar names in the comments on Zoom, on Facebook, and it really does feel like we are having a family reunion of our awesome NeoLife family. And so I first want to send you all big virtual hugs. I wish that we could be together in person, but this is a great alternative. And so the focus of this event today is, first of all, to have a lot of fun, and also just to get ready to make 2021 our best year yet. And so before we do anything else, I want to start by sharing the story of why we're here. For those of you who are first-time guests to a NeoLife event, I want to share with you my father's story. And so he grew up in a small town in the Central Valley of California called Porterville. And I've heard he was a troublemaker, but I'm going to leave those stories for another time. And he's probably breathing a sigh of relief right now. But anyways, he grew up in the kind of place where you see just miles and miles of farms and orchards and agriculture. Not a whole lot of hustle and bustle of a big city. It's just a beautiful place. But it also nearly killed him because he struggled with asthma and allergies throughout his childhood. And so some of you have probably heard him tell the story of when he was a young boy and he could hear his mother's voice through the thin walls of their little house. And she was telling the family pastor, "I'm so sorry to call you over here so late. I just don't think he's going to make it through the night." And so as you can imagine, with health challenges like that, his mom was determined to find something to help him. But back in the 1940s, there was no such thing as an inhaler. And if you're thinking 1940s, he's old. Yes, he is. But you'd never guess it by looking at him, and you'll see later. And also, by the way, he's 80 years old, and he's constantly challenging people to dips and push-up contests. He recently bought a Sprinter van. And at the dealership, he told the manager, he was like, "Come on, I'm 80 years old. Don't you think you can do more push-ups than me?" He's like, "You're maybe half my age. How about this? If I win, you give me $10,000 off. And if you win, I'll pay you $10,000 more for the car." And so the manager obviously could not resist a deal like that. But can you guess what happened? My dad got the best deal of the year. But back to his story. His mother realized that there was no modern medicine that she could turn to. So she turned to supplementation. And back then, that was a pretty radical thing to do. I mean, supplements were seen as like hippy-dippy stuff, but that hippy-dippy stuff worked because it's just so amazing what the human body is capable when you give it the right nutrition. And that is what gave him just an unwavering belief in the power of nutritional supplementation. And so he would share his story with people around him. And he ended up realizing that most people need a solution to better health. And so that's why we're here today. My father made it his mission to offer the highest quality nutritional supplements in the world, to make the world a healthier and happier place. And to do this, he teamed up with some of the most brilliant doctors, scientists, and researchers in the world. And one of these people was a guy who many of you know and love, who's not with us anymore, but his name is Dr. Arthur First. He's the founder of the NeoLife Scientific Advisory Board and internationally regarded as a pioneer in toxicology and cancer research. He actually created the first ever chemotherapy treatment and founded the Stanford Cancer Chemotherapy Laboratory. So he was at just the forefront of disease prevention research. And Dr. First, it's incredible. He used to say that someday we're going to look back and realize that chemotherapy is kind of barbaric, but sometimes it's a necessary evil until we find another solution. But his true passion, Dr. First's true passion, was in advancing the science and understanding of the role that good nutrition can play in protecting and regenerating the health of our bodies. And so specifically, that was in the area of whole food supplementation. creating products that are based in nature and backed by science. Today, NeoLife has been in business over 60 years in over 50 countries, and our mission as a company, it has never been greater. And that is because the need for better health has never been greater. And pandemic aside, if you look at the other health statistics that are happening, they're not very good. We're living in a chronic disease epidemic, and it's only getting worse. Now, I have a slide here that shows chronic disease in America, the latest data from the CDC. So 6 out of 10 adults have a chronic disease in the US, and 4 out of 10 have 2 or more. And so these are things like heart disease, diabetes, cancer, Alzheimer's. They're also called diseases of a lifestyle because they're largely preventable. You don't catch them, we cause them through bad diet and lifestyle, sometimes genetics. But there's so much that we can do to adopt a healthy lifestyle. And here's what the World Health Organization has to say about it. They said the major causes of chronic disease are known. And if these factors were eliminated, at least 80% of all heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes would be prevented, 40% of cancer. That's from the World Health Organization. And how about this from the CDC? Good nutrition can help lower your risk for many of these things you see on the screen, straight from the website of the CDC. Now, I want to be very clear when I say that we do not prevent, treat, cure anything. We don't have miracle products, but we do offer good nutrition, and that can be powerful. Not all supplements are created equal, and I'm really excited for you to hear more from our doctors and nutrition experts that'll be joining us today. I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, but I am an absolute believer because of the impact nutrition has had on my own life. I struggle with some of those same things my dad struggles with. And also in my family, my friends' lives, the stories that we hear every single day from people in our NeoLife family. We're going to hear some of those stories throughout the day. So I'm excited for you guys to hear that. And if you're new to NeoLife, now you might be thinking, well, your products are so great. Why don't I see them in stores or on ads? And that's because we don't sell in stores and we don't advertise. We are a relationship-based company. So based on people sharing their experience with other people. My dad recognized early on how powerful this is because it's part of our human nature. When we have an experience with a product or service we love, we tell people. Have you ever found a great Netflix show or a great restaurant and told your friends about it? I bet your friends are much more likely to go check it out if you told them about it versus seeing an ad somewhere. I recently found this pillow that I love, and I've been telling everyone about it. I'm pretty sure I've helped them sell at least 10 more pillows, and I think they should pay me or at least give me a free pillow. Wouldn't that be awesome if like every time you recommended someone's product, they give you something in return? More companies are actually realizing the power of referrals and doing exactly that. If you buy a Tesla and you refer a friend, you'll both get some free charging. Or the other day, Jessica, who you'll meet a little later, referred me to buy like a washable rug that's dog friendly. And then I got a coupon, she got a coupon. I think it's funny that this word of mouth referral marketing is just now catching on, but it's been our business model for over 60 years. Our customers who are free wellness club members can refer their friends and get free products. And we're also part of an industry that's called direct selling. It's a $180 billion industry, a very big industry. Just for reference, it's even bigger than the size of the Hollywood film industry, which is $136 billion, and the global electric car market, $160 billion. So very large, a lot of people who are in it, and some people also call what we do social marketing or network marketing. Now, some of you probably are like, yeah, network marketing, that's awesome. But I'm sure a few of you kind of cringed when I said it. And honestly, I totally get it. After the experience I had just a couple nights ago, I definitely get it even more because a few friends of mine were invited to this Zoom party. Like you could play bingo and win free products. And so one of them asked me if I wanted to watch it just in case I got any good ideas for NeoLife. And so the people hosting the event didn't know I was there. I was just on the side of the screen. And at first, I know this sounds awful to admit, but I felt a little happy that it wasn't going that good, especially since half the people there already are taking NeoLife. But when it was finally over, I honestly had a stomach ache. Like, I wasn't feeling happy, I was embarrassed. I told my friend, oh my goodness, no wonder some people hear the word network marketing and want to run in the other direction. It was so bad that by the end of it, they couldn't even give their products away for free. But after that experience, rather than saying what we are, I want to say what we are not. We are not going to try to trick you because we know you know better. We're not going to try to force you or beg you to buy anything from us because you can make that decision for yourself. We're not going to make your friends so uncomfortable that they don't want to take your calls anymore. In fact, we actually hear the opposite from the people in our NeoLife family. Their relationships only get stronger. And we're not going to promise you that you're going to make a bunch of money because that is entirely up to you. And you might just want to be a customer and that's okay. But what we will do is be open and transparent about why we're here. Our goal is to deliver value to our customers and to our business partners, to offer quality products that provide solutions to what people need. A science-based whole food nutrition, organic skincare, earth-friendly home care. And for anyone who is interested in sharing good health and also making extra money as a side gig or a full-time gig, we also offer a way to start your own nutrition business. We are redefining the world of startups. With everything that's going on, there are a lot of people who could use an extra $100 or $1,000 a month or more. And we have support with our systems, our tools, with Josh and Caesar and other successful social entrepreneurs who are here to guide you on how to succeed. There has never been a better time to join our critical mission. I mean, by the grace of God, we are perfectly positioned as a business. The entire world, if you think about it, has realized that we cannot afford to take our health for granted or our job security for granted. What we're seeing happening is so exciting. And there's just so much potential. I recently read a book called What It Takes by Steve Schwartzman. He's the CEO of one of the largest private equity firms. And he said something in that book that perfectly sums up, I think, what we're facing right now. He said, success is about taking advantage of those rare moments of opportunity that you can't predict, but that come to you provided you're alert and open to major changes. We could have never predicted this past year, but it is a rare moment of opportunity for sure. But whatever it is that brought you here today, our goal is to create long-term value for our customers, our business partners, to inspire people and families and communities to make healthier decisions. And we are committed to being the single biggest force behind ending the trend of poor health and poverty. And so I want to just say thank you all for joining us today and for being a part of our critical mission that we're on.